Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of She Plays Final Fantasy XIV, a realm reborn with Kovu and little Lesser Panda on our shoulder. So, we're going to take a slight break from the main scenario again, because I think it's time that I take up not only a disciple of the land, or excuse me, a hand, but a disciple of the land. So, what one did we take up? Well, I think it's pretty obvious, I think it's pretty obvious because of where we are. I mean, come on. And we're a carpenter, so... And as you can see, I've gotten new gear since last you saw. But let's go ahead and get botany, because it should prove quite fruitful for our job. Hello there, and welcome to the Botanist Guild. What brings you here? Interested in becoming a botanist, are you? Then you come to the right place. At our guild, you can study under some of the finest botanists in all the realm. An enticing proposition, is it not? So what say you? Would you like to add your name to our roll? Why, of course I would, good sir. Excellent. Now you're doubtless eager to dive headlong into the nearest shrubbery, but first, a brief explanation on the origins of the Botanist Guild. Our guild boasts a long history. Its roots can be traced back for some 500 years, to when our nation was still in its infancy. It was around that time that a precursor organization to our own was established to facilitate communion with the elementals. Ah, but I suspected you were already confused, not being forest-born. Let me put it in a way that your kind would understand. Excuse me, what do you mean by your kind? The Dwellswood doesn't belong to man, but almighty beings known as elementals. It is by their leave that we Gridanians dwell here in the forest, and it is by their leave that we receive its bounty. Ever since mankind settled in the Twelveswood, it has been necessary for us to obtain elementals' permission prior to taking aught from their domain. Historically, this was a rather involved process in that only a few precious could actually commune with them, specifically those conjurers blessed with the ability to hear the elementals, aptly known as hearers. In order to relay the elemental's will to the botanists in a more timely manner, a new organization was formed with the hearer as its mouth and ears. This organization would eventually evolve to become the Botanist Guild. To this day, the guild employs the services of a hearer who offers guidance to our members, yet this is no longer our organization's sole concern. We also seek to promulgate correct harvesting practices, that is, practices which honor the will of the elementals. And that, my friend, is the story of how our guild came to be. I trust you'll have a newfound appreciation for the work we do. Not really, no. Now, with all this talk of elementals and communing, mayhap you're wondering whether you're fit to join us. Well, you may cast such doubts aside. You don't need to have been raised as a good little forest-born boy to be a botanist, nor do you need to know the secret forest-born salute. I jest. You just need a healthy respect for nature and the will to learn. If you honestly believe you possess these things, it would be my pleasure to recommend you to our guildmaster. Please wait a moment while I see to the formalities. Speak to me again when you're ready to begin the enrollment procedures. Sure. Ready to enroll in the Botanist Guild, I take it? Well, yes, I am. Music to my ears. It is my pleasure to refer to you to the Guildmaster Felucia. Our Guildmaster's knowledge of nature is second to none. One need only witness her uncanny knack for spotting the finest timber to see that hers is a truly God's given talent. It is for this reason that she holds the title of First Botanist. Oh, but you need not be overawed, for she is the kindest of souls. You'll find the Guildmaster just outside this building. Seek her out, and impress upon her your desire to become a botanist. Okie dokie then. Hi, a little cute lollipop lady in the Botanist Guild, and guess what? I'm Felucia, the master of this guild. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I take it Leon Colt has given you an overview of botany already. Well then, I suppose I had better continue where he left off. All Gridanians may rightly claim to share a close relationship with nature, but none is so intimate as that of the botanist. It is our calling to nurture the natural environment to the mutual benefit of man and wood. But even as nature holds us in her loving embrace, providing for our every need, she is at heart an unsentimental creature, one that will take life just as readily as she gives it. Being a botanist means coming face to face with this uncomfortable truth on a regular basis. Knowing this, do you still wish to walk our path? Duh. The look in your eyes bespeaks the passion in your heart. Very well, I bid you welcome to the Botanist Guild. To help you on your way, I present you with this hatchet. Take it up and then present yourself to me again. I would assign you your first task as a botanist of the guild. Alright, let's get ready. There we go. Thought I'd try to do an outfit somewhat fitting. But, alright. I see you have your hatchet on you. Very good. A botanist's hatchet is his livelihood. Never forget this. If you fail to keep its blade clean and keen, your efforts will yield you naught but sweat and splinters. But let us see about your first task. Ah, yes, to help you grasp the basics of botany, I would like you to gather 10 pots worth of latex. The forest yields to us many and more resources. It is the botanist's job to know what can be found and where. If it is latex you require, you should do well to search just outside the Blue Badger Gate and the Yellow Serpent Gate. Seek out the mature trees that stand in those areas and then put your hatchet to use. I wish you well. Alright, well, let's do it. Okay, so we took the Blue Badger Gate, because why not? And now all we have to do is hit triangulate, which is the ability that we have. And all of a sudden on our map, you'll see a little tiny, looks like leaf thingies. So let's go ahead and go to one of those spots. And you'll see a mature tree right here. Alright. Right click it and oh look, it's an elegant snail, but we're not here for snails, we're here for latex. So let's go ahead and hit the latex right here. Oh, there we go. Now we just gotta get 9 more. And there we go, we got all 10. That was pretty dang easy. Okay, I'm back. And I got the latex that you were asking about. How goes the gathering effort? Lest you forget, latex can be had just outside of... Yes, I know. I got your latex here. Ah, yes, precisely 10 pots of latex, just as I instructed. You've done well. Latex is easy to find and equally easy to harvest. As such, collecting the stuff is an ideal task for young botanists who are learning their way around the hatchet. Yet know that being able to swing said tool does not make you a botanist. You must also possess the knowledge to locate the resources you seek. That will be all from me at the present. I urge you to keep honing your senses and skills as a botanist. Gather near and far and learn from your experiences. I look forward to seeing you again when you have become better acquainted with our trade. Till then, I bid you happy gathering. Alright. Well, luckily for me, I've actually already gone ahead and done up to level 5. Well, leveled up to level 5. So let's see what she's got else for me. Hello again, Kofu. I'm told you've been putting your hatchet to good use. Well done. Yet, as I mentioned before, hacking away a tree does not make you a botanist. You must also strive to deepen your understanding of nature. I say this in the knowledge that you have done just that. Whether you realize it or not, you have an air of a man who is at ease with the world around him. I do believe you are ready for your next task. I would like you to go to Tree Speak, and there harvest 50 pots worth of maple sap. Once you have enough, pray deliver the sap to Cicely. She will be pleased to receive it. Off you go now, Kovu. 50 pots? Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we are out in the wild. I want to make sure that this had what we were looking for. I am actually over at the Blessed Bud, level 5 mature trees. And there's the sap, so let's go ahead and start gathering. And 50. There we go. Now we have all 50 pots of maple sap. And we can bring it back to her and see what she's got for us. Hey, Cicely. I got your stuff for you. You look a little tired. You alright? On a quest for maple sap, then your best bet is to search in the vicinity of Tree Speak. I happen to be waiting for a delivery of sap myself. Might you be the botanist tasked with supplying it? I am. Ah, the maple sap I requested. Then you must be the new botanist Felucia has been fussing over. Ah, but where are my manners? Thank you. Why do I need so much of the stuff? Well, allow me to explain. It's the very least I can do after all you've done. Boiling maple sap causes it to thicken into a sweet syrup called, you've guessed it, maple syrup. From maple syrup, we can make maple sugar, an ingredient used in various recipes, particularly confectionery, from cakes and tarts to toffees and chocolates. In short, all the things that children love. You've probably guessed it by now, but the maple sap you harvested will be used to make sweets for the children, those poor souls who were orphaned by the calamity. They may put on a brave face, but their eyes reveal the depths of their sorrow. There's precious little joy left in their lives. But Gridania won't abandon them. No matter your walk of life, there is always something you can do to help. Though it may only last a fleeting moment, a single smile of theirs is worth all of the effort. My apologies, I got carried away. Now where was I? Yes. In addition to maple sap, we botanists gather various other good kinds of foodstuff. As such, we work quite closely with culinarians, those disciples of the hand who excel at cooking. We're also on good terms with woodworkers and weavers, as both are reliant upon us to supply lumber and fiber they need for their respective crafts. As botanists, it behooves us to learn what manner of materials are used in crafting, and there's no better way to do so than firsthand. If you have an interest, you might consider dabbling in one of the disciples out there. I also urge you to make a habit of reviewing the gathering log. As your knowledge of botany grows, more of its contents will become comprehensible to you. Well, I'd best see to the maple sap. It was lovely talking with you. And then for every 5th level you receive as a botanist, you will gain the ability to detect higher level mature trees and lush vegetation. When this occurs, new items that are available through gathering will be added to your gathering log. And then the arbical will be available as well. I suppose we can get some pants. But I suppose that's going to have to be it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for joining me for She Plays Final Fantasy XIV: Realm Reborn. Hope you learned a thing or two, and I will see you next time.